I get it, so many salon chairs look sleek on a product page, but when you actually pull one into a busy shop they end up wobbling, the recline sticks, or the seat just isn't big enough for the clients you're trying to keep comfortable. I've spent the last few weeks watching a handful of stylists set up their stations, reading forum posts about hydraulic bases that leak, and even testing a couple of budget models that broke after a month of use. The goal of this video is to save you from that disappointment, especially if you're about to spend a few $100s on a chair that sounds perfect on paper but might turn out to be a headache. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about what a professional chair needs to do in a real salon environment. You're moving from cut to color to blowout in quick succession, you have clients of all shapes and sizes, and you need to be able to adjust height, tilt, and head support without taking more than a few seconds. The hydraulic mechanism has to hold steady under a client's weight, the recline lever has to be smooth, and the base can't be so wide that it eats up precious floor space. Those are the practical criteria that separate a chair that helps you run a smooth business from one that feels like an extra piece of equipment you're constantly fighting with. The Pibbs 5447 Loop all-purpose threading chair checks a lot of those boxes, starting with its extra-large 27-inch hydraulic base. In a salon that sees a steady flow of clients, that width means the chair stays put even when someone leans back for a deep conditioning treatment. I watched a stylist in a downtown spa move a client from a shampoo bowl to the styling chair, and the base didn't shift an inch. That kind of stability reduces the little micro-adjustments you'd otherwise make every few minutes, which adds up to less wear on your floor and less fatigue for you. The lever-controlled recline is another spot where the Pibbs tries to make life easier. Unlike chairs that require you to press a button and wait for a motor, the lever gives you instant feedback. When a client wants a quick head massage, you can tilt the back a few degrees, lock it, and you're done. The lever feels solid, not overly loose, so it stays in the position you set it to. In real-world use, that means you can switch between a flat position for a precise haircut and a slightly reclined angle for a facial without having to step away from the client. Now, the headrest. This model offers an adjustable, removable headrest that slides forward and back and can be taken off entirely. That flexibility is useful if you're doing a haircut that needs a clear view of the neck, or if you're offering services like threading or waxing where the headrest can get in the way. The removal process is a simple click, not a set of screws, so you can swap it out between clients in a matter of seconds. I noticed that the headrest's padding is thick enough to be comfortable, yet it doesn't add bulk that would make the chair feel cramped. What about durability? The chair is built with a steel frame and a leather-look upholstery that resists stains. A must-have for any environment where water, hairspray, and dyes are part of the daily routine. The leather-look material is easy to wipe down, so you don't have to worry about seeping liquids that could damage the underlying foam. In the shops I visited, the chairs had been in use for over a year, and the upholstery still looked fresh, which tells me the surface finish holds up better than cheaper vinyl alternatives. Of course, no product is perfect, and the Pibbs 5447 has a few trade-offs that matter if you're counting square footage or budget. The large hydraulic base, while great for stability, does take up more floor area than a compact 22-inch base you might find on a home-use chair. If your salon is a small room with tight aisles, you'll need to plan the layout carefully. The chair also weighs a good amount. It's not something you can flip onto a truck and lug into a new location without a couple of people. Some owners have mentioned that the lever can feel a bit stiff at first, which means you'll need a short warm-up period before it glides as smoothly as the marketing video suggests. Pricing-wise, the Pibbs 5447 sits in the mid-range to upper-mid segment. It's not the cheapest option on the market, but when you compare it to the cost of frequent repairs on lower-priced chairs, the upfront investment starts to look sensible. Think of it as a tool that protects your time. Less time adjusting, less time dealing with wobble, and more time actually serving clients. So, who should consider this chair? If you run a professional salon, spa, or barbershop where you handle a high volume of clients, need a reliable hydraulic system, and want the flexibility of a